right, so what we've got here, we've got everything laid out. We've got our heroes. So, Abby, who are you playing as?
I'm playing as a demolitionist. And this is actually pretty similar to the character I played in the original Gloomhaven. He's a quattrol.
So he can, I believe, like throw bombs and lay traps and do all kinds of stuff like that. I am playing the hatchet. So he deals damage, he does ranged attacks. We'll see how they play. Okay, so we've got our health bars set. So we both start with 8 health. We've got our modifier deck. So when you make attacks, this will determine, you know, sort of what happens if it's +1, -1, etc. We'll shuffle that a little bit. There's our starting deck.
Rob and I have different decks because we have different characters.
Yeah, so that, and you'll see every turn essentially what we're doing is we're going to be picking 2 cards. The number in the middle determines your initiative, what order you're going to take those actions in. And then every card, you're either going to pick a top or bottom action for each of those cards. And they just have things like move, attack. This guy has, like I said, some ranged attacks. So generally the top will be an attack and the bottom will be a move. And we're just moving our guys around the board, trying to eliminate these enemies. And the goal of the campaign, as you can see here, or of this mission rather, is for us to kill all enemies. So in this first round, all we're doing is we're going to be picking 2 cards from our available hand to actually go and play.
Okay, I've selected mine.
Okay, so then we flip them over, and this determines your initiative, the center number. So this is going to determine what order we play in. So I'm going to go 24.
I'm going to say 37 for my initiative number.
Yep, and you're not supposed to talk to your, this is a co-op game. You're supposed to share information. Like, it's in the rule book that, I'm going to move quickly. But you're not supposed to say, I'm going 24.
Initiative 24, can you beat 24?
Yeah, like I need you to move first, choose something 24 or less. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just kind of play. And so now that we choose these, normally the monster would flip a card. Again, it would have an initiative of its own. But in this case, we're ignoring that. And the monsters are always going to be initiative 50. Always.
For this scenario.
For this scenario only. Again, just to keep it simple.
This game will be building complexity as you play, but for now, it's nice and simple.
Yeah.
No cards for the monsters, just cards
which
for
is
us.
a big change from original Gloomhaven. Like, the rule book for Gloomhaven, the original one, is like that. It took forever to get that first scenario really going. So this is nice that we flip this rulebook open, we lay out the monsters, and you kind of can start playing pretty quickly. So I'm initiative 24, you're 37,
Yep.
The monsters are 50, so that determines order. So I'm going to go first. And for each of your cards, you pick a top and a bottom action of either one. So for this card, I can either choose top or bottom. For this one, I can choose top or bottom. And they're usually either some action and then a move. So I'm going to do the attack 3, range 3. So this is a ranged attack of 1, 2, 3, squares away, and I can deal 3 damage. I then flip a modifier card, so +0. Some of these will say ×2, +1, -1. I believe I don't know if they're in here yet, but there's nulls where it will do nothing. Your whole attack fails. But in this case, it's +0, so that is not modified in any way. I'm going to take these 3 damage markers. And this is standee number 4. I'm going to put 3 damage on monster number 4 over here to keep track. We see his maximum health is 5. He has 1 move and 2 attack. Again, those are their basic actions. But we need to deal them 5 damage to destroy them. And that is the goal of this scenario, would be to kill all enemies. So he's been dealt 3 damage. And now I'm going to do my move 5 here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was my turn. Once I'm done, I put my cards in my discard pile next to my character sheet here. And then now it is Abby's turn.
Okay, since I had initiative 37, I go next. So I'm going to do my move 3 first. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So I use my bottom action, I'll use my top action over here. So I'm going to do an attack 3. Since we're adjacent, I'm attacking him for 3. And let's see my modifier deck.
Okay, null.
Null, so I deal him 0 damage.
There we go, that's what we were talking about.
And So nothing happens to him, and that's the end of my turn. So these go in my discard pile.
Okay. So now we're going to refer back to the rule book, as we have taken our actions.
And now it's time for the monsters.
So at this point, play through the monster turns and any remaining character turns in initiative order, then read the following section once each figure has taken a turn.
I'm so mad. I would have killed number 4.
So the order would be elites,
which is yellow.
In number order. Yeah, they're yellow. And then the regular monsters, again, in number order. So it goes 1, 4, then 5. And in this case, they're just taking basic actions. So they're all move 1, attack 2. So this is going to, the way that monster movement works is focus. So it's going to look at what character's closest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the same distance away. So the players can decide who they want the monster to attack or who their focus is. In this case, it probably doesn't really matter, but we get to choose. So
I'm saying he should go
send him to me.
to you only because number 4 is hot on my tails after
True.
I like pretty much
True.
missed him with my
So he's
attack.
They're only going to move 1 anyway, so he's only moving 1 space.
Okay.
They're not going to threaten us yet.
And they don't have a ranged attack.
They do not have a ranged attack. So then it goes to this one. Again, he can get closer to us. The green is an obstacle, so they can't move through that. So he'll move 1 space closer to us.
Okay.
He should move. Let's just see. Oh, excuse me. We're going to do 4 next. So he doesn't move because he's already close.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't need to move, but he's going to do an attack 2. And we're going to flip the monster's modifier deck. Ooh.
What?
That hurts.
Man, this guy is after me.
All right, so that's 4 damage to Abby.
So here I have my damage counter. So right now it's at 8 because that's my health. So let's bring that down to 4. Wow,
Okay.
that was really brutal. Not only did I miss my attack on him, he just came back and clobbered me. Uh-oh.
Okay, and now number 5 is going to, let's see, he's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he can move closer, so he would move. In this case, the monster movement's a little bit tricky because it says if they can't move closer to their focus, they don't move. So
So for example, he can't move closer to his focus. He's literally next to me.
Right. So if he were to move here and now he's only 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away, that makes sense. He would move in that case. But again, can't do an attack, so that is that. And the monsters have all taken a round. So now we're at this point in the rule book. We're at end of round. Once the end of the initiative order is reached and all figures have taken their turn, the round will end. At this time, if any attack modifier deck has flipped over a card with a shuffle icon, which they have. So we've got the shuffle icon
And then the
and
monsters.
that shuffle icon. That means you actually shuffle that modifier deck.
Oh, fantastic. It goes right back into my deck. So let's give that a good shuffle.
Okay.
And now we begin again, right?
And now it says to play the next 2 rounds until your deck is exhausted.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and choose our cards in secret. Are you going to be able to finish? Are you going to try and finish him off?
I'm going to attempt to.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start to, I think, damage the elite. So again, we know they have 50 initiative, so we're going to get to go first. And I think I want to avoid him because it seems like since they're only moving and attacking from distance, as long as we can maintain our distance from them, we should be pretty safe. So that's going to be my general plan, is to kind of dodge them.
Oh, that's a good plan.
And they only move 1 at a time, you know. So if we can keep our distance, we should be pretty safe here. So I'm going to do.
You made me rethink everything.
And they only move 1 space, so I'm actually planning on not moving this round, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait, are you moving?
I do plan on moving, but I only have 1 ranged attack, and I need to move on it. So.
Okay. So I probably want to move a little bit so I'm not getting hit by this guy here. So we're going to do...
Hey, maybe I'll finish him. This time.
We'll see. We'll
This
see.
time.
We'll see.
Let me guess. Did you put the
All right.
the
Okay.
null right
I'm
back
ready.
on top?
I'm ready.
Okay. Ready,
Okay.
reveal.
All right, so I'm going to go 35.
So my initiative is 19.
Okay.
So I'll be going first.
All right.
So I'm going to do an attack 3. I want some vengeance on
Yeah.
number
Okay,
4 there.
flip that modifier.
Wish me luck.
Plus
Oh
1,
my
nice.
goodness.
So 4, so that's enough to kill him.
So he's dead.
He's eliminated.
Here are his damage counters.
Well done. Okay.
And then, so I did the attack 3, and now I'm doing the move 4.
Okay, just remember, try and keep your distance from them.
Well, I don't have any ranged attacks, so I'm thinking I need to start moving my way towards them, but maybe I'll do
We also don't want to get
1,
surrounded.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That's what I'm kind
Yeah,
of thinking.
they're not going to be able to hit you anyway.
No.
So, okay.
So now I'm done with my turn. These get discarded.
All right.
Rob's next for initiative.
Okay, so we're going to do attack 3, range 3, plus 0. So that's just going to deal 3 to the elite, which is number 2.
Does the elite also only have 5 health?
He has 10. So
Oh,
these are the stats
okay.
for the elite. So he has a
Got it.
little more health, same movement and attack. It's just going to take us a little longer to kill him. So he's going to have 3 damage here.
All right.
And then my next action is going to be my move 2. So I'm just gonna follow you here.
Okay.
So we're gonna do my move 2. All adjacent enemies suffer 1 damage, but I don't really want to move close to them because they're, you know, just sort of following us around. They're not gonna be able to hit us. Okay, so now it's the monster's turn again, 50 initiative. They go last. And it's still just that basic 1 move, 2 attack. So the elites go first. He's gonna move 1. You are the focus because you're closer. And same thing. But no attacks happen.
Okay.
And now it is our turn again. So we only have 2 cards left in our deck, so these are the ones you have to play. So I'm playing those 2 cards.
Okay, I'll play the last 2 cards I have as well.
Okay.
So my initiative
Ooh,
now is 66, so I'm going after the monsters.
Ooh.
So,
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So it
Okay.
looks like Rob with initiative 25 is going first.
All right, so we're gonna do my, I think I want to kill this, attempt to kill this so that it doesn't attack you. Because this one's definitely getting an attack on you. This one is not. This one, I'm gonna be able to kind of escape or head backwards. So I'm gonna attempt an attack at this.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm allowed to target 2 actually. So attack 2, range 3. I think, because I think we can leave the elite alive and just sort of stay away from him.
Okay.
And try and pick off these 2 little ones. All right, so I'm going to do an attack 2. I'm going to target him first. So you flip a modifier for each target.
Okay.
So I'm going to do number 5 first. Ooh, times 2.
Wow,
that's nice.
that's fantastic.
So that's 4 damage to, and they have 5 health. 4 damage, thank you, to number 5. And then, yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said. I'm going to attack number 1 next. This is nulled. Okay, so nothing there.
Wait, were you supposed to shuffle after this?
At the end of the round. you
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the round.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do a move 4. So I'm gonna try and get back into safety. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I have ranged attacks, so. Actually, should I abandon you out there?
It kind of seems like you did, and now I'm the target on all 3 of them.
Well, he's not going to hit you. Those 2 might. You might die.
I only have 4 health left. I really got hit hard.
I wonder if maybe because I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was here.
Weren't you next to me?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I was here. So maybe I just move here just to pull some heat off of you.
Can you move into other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my only concern with that is I only have a move 2, and to try and well, this one's almost dead, right? So maybe I'll move towards this one.
We could finish that one off potentially. Yeah.
So yeah, if you go there.
All right. I'm gonna pull some heat off of Abby here, and I'm gonna move
you.
here instead.
Oh.
I'd like to keep you alive. Okay.
Just diving in front of the sword for me.
All right. So that was my movement.
Okay, so now it's monsters.
They're 50 initiative, so they go before her 66. So he's going to go first.
Okay.
Can't hit anything. He's lower number, so he'll go next. He's going to attack me for 2 with a modifier of 0, so I'm going to take 2 damage. Oops. Okay, so I go to 6. So I'm okay. And then number 5 is going to go. He's going to move in. He's going to attack Abby for
Oh no.
2 as well.
All right. Uh-oh.
Abby's down to 2 health.
In a video game, this is when your life bar is like pulsing.
Yeah, you're almost dead.
I'm so close to dying.
Okay.
Okay, but now it's my turn. Hooray. Unfortunately, none of my cards seem to have a heal function yet. So what I'm going to do is I am going to... So let's do the attack 2 first.
Okay, on number 5 with -1. So that deals 1 damage, which is enough to kill him. So he's eliminated.
All right. That's good.
Nice.
I can't do my second attack because I'm not adjacent to anyone. And let's do my move 2. Let's speed out a little bit.
Yeah, let's get away.
All right.
I have to shuffle my modifier deck because I got to shuffle.
I don't shuffle, and neither do the monsters because we don't have that little shuffle icon.
Okay, so we shuffle. Okay, and we ran out of cards. So now what? All characters should short rest now.
All right, so
we are short resting.
we're gonna shuffle up our
In layman's
decks.
terms, what we're doing is taking our discard pile, shuffling it up,
Oops.
and this essentially is the timer. This is the timer on the scenario. When you run out of cards, your character is exhausted. You can't participate in the scenario any longer. So this is a timer. We just used all 6 cards. We're going to shuffle them up. We lose 1 at random permanently, and the rest become your hand.
So this card now gets discarded.
If I'm losing close cuts, which is
I'm
actually
losing
pretty good.
Implode, which is 88, so not too bad.
We continue on as normal. So we play 2 cards at the beginning of every round, and so on and so on and so on. So
All right, let's
we're going to continue playing.
go. All right.
We're pretty close to winning here, it looks like. So maybe, can you hit him at a distance or no?
You know, I do have a range attack of 2, which I'm not quite close enough for. Oh, I do have one that's in the range of 4. So I can hit number 1.
Okay, so maybe I'll try and go for, well, number 1 is not close to death yet, but I'm gonna probably move away and then shoot that one from a distance.
Which one?
I'm gonna shoot at number 1, I think.
Okay.
Again, I can keep my distance from him pretty safely. I'm not worried about him. So I think I'm just going to,
All right, I'll do this.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay. You can safely go second here though, because they're not within range of you.
I think I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I changed my plan.
I'm ready as well.
I'm initiative 19.
I'm gonna be 18.
Oh, wow, you beat me there.
So I'm gonna do a move 5, move up to 5 away. I'm not gonna move
Wow.
the full 5. I'm gonna go 1, 2, I believe.
Okay.
And then I'm doing an attack 2, range 3 with 2 targets. So we're gonna go for him first. So I deal 1 to him.
Okay. Oh, wow, rejected.
Sorry. I'll give you the next one. And then I'm gonna go for 1, 2, 3.
All right.
We'll hit him. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
No. Okay.
All right.
So no damage. And that is my turn.
My turn. So I'm going to do my attack 2 at a range of 4. And I'm going to hit 1, 2, 3. Away. I'm going to hit number 1.
Okay.
Let's see my modifier deck. Oh my god. -2.
Which one did you just do?
This
That
one.
Oh, so no damage?
No
Okay.
damage goes through here.
Okay.
And the attack one's my other one, so I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
So these are now in my
Discard pile.
discard pile.
Okay, monsters take their turn. So he's going to go first. He moves here, and he moves here. All right, and we're going to pick 2 more cards.
I'm
24.
initiative 20.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my attack 2, range 2 for 2 targets. Wait. Yes.
Yeah, if you attack number 1 and don't completely flop on the modifier, I could finish him off.
Okay.
Try for it. And you can target 2, so you should be able to up to 2 enemies.
Can I do the same enemy twice?
I don't know about that. No, it's not possible to target the same enemy.
Okay, so I'm only, basically here I'm only dealing 2, if lucky, to number 1.
Ooh, nice.
I dealt 4
Nice.
damage instead.
Okay,
Hooray.
so 4 to number 1. 1, 2,
Please don't reject me this time.
3, 4. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so to number 1.
All right.
And then,
And now I'm going to move 2.
okay.
Destroy 1 adjacent obstacle. If you do, then perform strength on self.
So advantage, she would gain advantage. Strengthen, you have a little cheat sheet here. Strengthen means advantage on all attacks. Remove at end of next turn. So
Unfortunately, there's no obstacles for me to destroy.
You could destroy that. If you move 2 and then destroy the obstacle. Because you do the top action first and the bottom one second.
Okay.
So you could move 2 and then destroy that
All right,
obstacle.
let's do that. I'll hide behind you for now before you move.
Okay.
All right, that goes my discard pile.
And you're destroying that obstacle, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we put these little destruction tokens on it to show that it's destroyed. So this is now, you can just move over it. It's like it's not there anymore. And you're strengthened, so you get this little token
Awesome.
to show that you're strengthened.
So now what that means is that I get an advantage on all attacks, which means I get to flip
2 cards.
2 cards and
Yeah.
pick which one I want.
Which one's better?
Which one's better?
Yeah.
Oh, which one do I want?
Yeah,
I don't want the no.
Assuming you
I
want the better one.
×2.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not trying to sabotage our game. Okay.
I'm actually a monster.
All right, so I think I'm going to try to finish him off.
Yeah, he only needs one hit.
Yeah, so we're going to do attack 3, range 3. Okay, so 2, but that's enough to kill him.
Okay. Were you supposed to shuffle your deck?
Oh, I was. You're right. Okay, shuffling the deck because I didn't when I was supposed to.
Okay, so now.
All right, so attack 3, range 3.
Ooh,
Oh, even better.
Even
okay,
better.
so we're going to kill him.
Goodbye.
Either way, he ended up dead. And then my second action is going to be a move 2. So I'm just going to move away 1 so that I can stay within the range that I want. Now the monster is going to move closer to us.
Okay.
Can't attack yet.
So I only have one card in my hand.
What do we do?
What do we do?
Okay. You need to play 2 cards at the beginning of every round. So in 2 more rounds, when you have 1 card left of your now 5-card hand, you will have to short rest again.
All right.
So that means short rest. You
Shuffle
shuffle everything up.
And then discard one at random.
Okay, losing 1 at random.
Oh man, this is one of my range attacks, which I really needed.
Okay.
Okay. And then, because I had this
Yep, you
shuffle icon.
They don't shuffle, right?
Nope.
Nope. I mean, if you can deal 3, we might be able to finish him off because I'm gonna deal some damage to him.
Okay, well, I do have my strength token this turn, so I have a ranged move, I can attack. And
Can you deal 3 damage from ranged or no?
I can deal 2 damage from a ranged.
So maybe you end up doing a little buff. All right, let's try and finish him off.
Let's try.
We're
All
trying
right.
to finish him off. Okay.
I'm 19.
Okay, 24.
So first I'm going to do my range attack of 2
Yep.
from distance of 4. We're
Yep.
good.
And you are
And because I have
strengthened.
my little strength token, I get to flip 2 of these and pick which one I prefer. Don't really like that. Let's do the +0. So I deal him 2 damage.
Okay.
So right now he's at 6.
Okay, so 3, 6.
And then
Okay, so
those
we
are
need to
for
deal him
you.
4 more damage.
Okay, so then my next is a move 2.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Rob, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no more ranged attacks.
You still need to stay alive though, I think.
So I need to just hide.
Well, if you're close by, if you need to, you could always come in and do a melee attack up close to finish him off.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
So these
cool.
go into my discard.
All right, so now it's my turn. I'm going to do my attack 3, range 3. -1. So we deal 2 damage to him, which puts him at 8.
Ooh, okay.
So he's almost dead. And then I'm going to do my move 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And then he does his turn. He goes here.
I have no more move cards.
It's back to us. Well, we can finish him off. We can finish him off.
Okay. So our last 2 cards.
All right.
So I'm initiative 42.
I'm 18. Okay,
Oh,
so
you have a heal card. I'm jealous.
but I'm doing my attack 3, range 3. And that
Ooh.
will be it.
Boom. Goodbye, yellow man.
Scenario 1 complete. We killed all enemies. Nice job, Abby.
Thank you.
Okay, so we just finished playing Scenario 1 of Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Stick around, we're going to give you our initial impressions. Okay, so we just finished Scenario 1. Very stripped down from what the full game would look like. Again, some of the things that are missing, we've got these action cards from the monsters. The elements are missing, the magic, one of the status effects, so that was interesting. We got to see those. And again, we didn't show you, but there is some stuff that you do in between scenarios where you have like perks and little upgrades and things like that. So we skipped over that for some of this. I love this scenario book. I really, really like this. This is by far the biggest change they made to this. Because before,
You just had a pile of tiles.
I don't
And
even
it's
want to go get it. It
It's
was
like,
yeah.
where's tile 23? And you're like, where's tile 23? This is so nice just being able to open it up.
There was this whole almost like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely loved what we got with Gloomhaven. I had a great experience with it. And the gameplay is really fun, but there's all this stuff around it that's just, quite frankly, a pain in the ass.
The setup is pretty labor intensive. It's a lot of
Yeah,
pieces,
it takes like 30 minutes to set up. Like Abby said, you have this, we had like an accordion folder with all of the tiles in it, and I put pieces of paper in between them to help me find them faster, because it'd be like, find tile B2. And okay, B1, 2, 3, oh, B2. Which side am I supposed to have it? And then you lay it all together. Pain in the butt. It was a mess. And we're busy. We work full time and we have a kid and we don't have that much time to sit here and play games. And I love heavy games. I really, really do. But when you have something like Gloomhaven, you can't take all that time every time you want to play. It's probably a big part of why we haven't really played it all that much in the last year or two.
Yeah.
Really.
And
I've never been able to get everything back into that original box. It's never going back into that original box.
And correct me if I'm wrong, did we end up buying a Gloomhaven app to help organize?
Yeah. So this is very fiddly. Again, it wasn't too bad in this scenario because there's one monster type. When you get to scenario, I'm sure 10 or 11, there's going to be 3 or 4 different monsters, and you're going to have 4 of these out here. You're going to have 4 of these different decks. When we get to that point in the campaign, we will probably bring out that app again because it keeps track of all the monster damage, all the cards, initiative.
Yeah.
I get wanting to have everything physical. And there is something special about flipping a modifier deck with like real cards.
Yeah.
I actually really love these over dice, by the way. I think that's just so much more interesting than dice for whatever reason. And it's upgradable. So as you go through the campaign, you'll be adding and removing good and bad cards from here. I really just like this because it's just, you can just jump in and play.
It's nice just opening the book. And
And then when we're ready,
we're
going to go, okay, scenario 2, and it's done. Like, this is great. And what's cool about this too is, when it's map tiles, they all are the same. So it's always the same map tile rearranged in a different order, but the art's the same. So when they're here, oh, it's the roadside ambush and watch out, the vermlings are going to get you. Oh, I see train tracks here. I see these things. Oh, I get this sense that I'm about to head into the city. I can feel it from the art. And, spoiler, let's just see what's going on here. Okay, it's like a dungeon, a fort of some kind. Like, okay, I just went into the city, whatever. I get the sense of that by looking at the art. They're able to be a little bit more creative with the art here. In the full Gloomhaven, these are a pain. These little individual tiles where they're like, oh, find these things to create a barrier.
Yeah, it's
or
like
whatever.
find the bonfire token or tile or whatever.
It's a mess.
I mean, it's beautiful, and when you set it up, you're like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But you just have to have that time investment.
This is kind of a nice change for those newer players. The cards, in the old original Gloomhaven just sort of look like this. It would say attack 3, range 3. And you would have to look at the rulebook to know what was going on initially, in that initial scenario. You pick it up eventually, but it's definitely, this flood of information at the beginning. This is nice because this literally will say in plain text, 1 enemy within 3 hexes suffers 3 damage. And even reminds you, plus modifier, disadvantage if adjacent. So it's giving you all that nice reminder text right there on the card as opposed to you having to reference a rulebook, which is pretty nice.
If you've played Gloomhaven before and you love the game, I don't know if this is 100% necessary, actually.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Gloomhaven is such an extensive game. There's so many characters to unlock. There's so many missions.
We played through, like I said, I think we played through about 20 scenarios.
And we unlocked like new characters. We changed our
unlocked
characters.
Like 3 or 4 characters. So I think we have about a third of the characters
unlocked. So I don't
unlocked.
know if this feels... I think this would be the type of thing where you've already played through Gloomhaven and you loved it so much. And, you do like... open new boxes
I could see if you played... If you're a diehard and you played through the entire thing and you made it through, hats off to you. I'm jealous because I still want to know what's in those last 10 boxes. I have no idea. This will be, this is an expansion, technically. Like, this can be treated as an expansion because it's all brand new scenarios, new characters. You'll like it for that. But definitely not necessary.
I do think
sure.
that if you're halfway through Gloomhaven and you're like, let's get a new game, I probably wouldn't get Draws of the Lion, especially if you're loving Gloomhaven. This is just the stripped down version. To me, it feels like this game is just targeted more at people who are maybe a little more casual.
Yeah, well, and it was
gamers.
sold exclusively in Target. That's where we got it. I don't know if it's made its way to game stores yet.
I'm not sure.
But that's where we got it. We bought it at Target when it came out. Again, we haven't had a chance to play it until now, but I think this is definitely, hey, we have a hit on our hands. How do we make this accessible to the average consumer that walks into a Target and goes, oh, I could, wrap my head around this and actually play. Yeah.
It would probably be pretty intimidating if you see the original Gloomhaven at Target next to like Connect 4, and you're like, wait, this box is $100 and.
Well, yeah, it was $100.
Was it $100?
It was like
No, was it $200?
I think the retail was like $140.
Yeah, and then it's a 25-pound box. Like, this is just so much more palatable, I think, for either the average gamer or maybe someone that's
it was a lot.
A little invested in board games, but maybe not so much where they're going to spend $140, $150 on a board game.
Yeah, and again, 25-pound box. It's very intimidating.
It's this, the box alone is this big.
I could see... I could see this just coming out a lot more often when it's a little bit more parsed down. It really was, the games that we tend to play most often just because of our lifestyle are the ones that are quick. 25, 30 minutes, quick setup. They tend to be card games, small box games.
A lot of two-player board games.
Yeah, we've, at this point, we've, reviewed Jaipur, we've reviewed Lost Cities, we've reviewed Onitama. Those types of games, those quick, short, two-player games, good strategy, but, simple to get to the table. That's what we tend to like. I think purely because of how easy it is to set up and start playing. Mm-hmm. If you could just, boom, get this going and start playing, I'd play this.
Yeah.
I would prefer to play this. This is, I think the gameplay is more fun. It's just, with the setup and all that. So this format of it is really, really nice for that.
Yeah.
Cool. One other thing I wanted to mention that I am noticing about this versus the other one. Are
these nicer?
These minis are a huge upgrade. So the miniatures from original Gloomhaven, it's not that big of a deal. You can get into it. It doesn't ruin the experience by any means, but the quality's not great. They're a little muddy. The features are definitely muddy. The quality on these are really good. Like, these are definitely a lot better. And I did paint a few of the originals.
Yes, you did. They were difficult.
So I will probably paint these as well since we're going to be playing with them. And these look like they're going to be a lot easier to paint. So that's one interesting thing to note. Speaking to the folks who have never played this game before or heard of it, I'd be shocked if you hadn't heard of it, but at least haven't played it. But what's interesting is if you were to just look at the art and look at the pieces, look at these little guys and you see, okay, I'm putting these monsters on a map and, oh, this is a dungeon crawler, which it is in theme, but it's not in gameplay. It is definitely a Euro game in gameplay where if you were watching us play, if you didn't go ahead and check it out, watch us actually play through the scenario, but we can strategize with each other where we can see, I'm aware of what they're going to do. Like, I have a general sense of how the monsters behave. And as you go through the game, you'll see that as well, that all the monsters have a particular way that they behave. There's a pre-planned AI to it, so you will know likely how the monsters are to act. They actually flip their card. So you would see I'm doing this, and they're going to do that. So it allows you to plan ahead and kind of see what the monster's going to do. So it definitely plays like any other sort of Euro game where you have access to all the information. And I'm just trying to be as strategic as I can to, win the scenario. It just so happens that it's packaged in this theme of, dudes on a map and you're attacking monsters and stuff like that. Then like Abby said, I personally am a huge fan of these campaign style games, these legacy. I guess it's not really people mince words with this, or it's like, oh, it's not a legacy game because you're not actually ruining anything. You don't have to rip up cards or anything like that. So it's not a legacy game in that sense, but it's a campaign game where it does build on itself, that, there's a story to it. Your character grows and evolves. The cards you play with can change. You can unlock new cards. You can unlock new characters, actually. Or at least in the original Gloomhaven, you can unlock characters. And so I really like that about this, that it builds on itself, and your decisions feel like they really do matter because you start to get invested in your character and sort of see how things progress. So I have nothing but good things to say about the gameplay. This is, I believe, literally ranked #1 on Board Game Geek's
Is it Jaws of
all
the Lion?
times. the original is.
Gloomhaven. Mm-hmm.
So it's all that great gameplay, but shrunken a little bit and simplified. And again, we'll give you our impressions after we play through it all the way. But at least for now, you know, that scenario was so easy to play. It took us 15 minutes to play through the whole thing. And
that was so nice. We didn't need an app.
I kind of like that, you know?
We didn't need an app to help us. You just flip open the page and, oh, all the icons are here. Where do we put, you know? It was really fun. I really enjoyed the first campaign.
Yeah, this is great. So that was our initial impressions of Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Thanks for watching. We would really, really appreciate it if you could support the channel in any way. As easy as pressing the like button down below and subscribing for our future content. We really would appreciate it. Don't forget to join us next time on Couples Who Game Together. Thanks.
Thank you.